The wonderful thing about life is its mystery. Life is mystery. Nobody knows. Everything that's history is just a memory, an idea, a thought communicated through time. Mystery is so beautiful that for me, mystery is the origin of this all. Even before creation, to ponder creation and to start with mystery and say, we don't know. But we all come from that mystery. There's a lot of things we just don't need to talk about, a lot of things we don't need to know from yesterday in order to complete today and see tomorrow, to see a future, to see hope, regardless of the dangers we see. Mystery, something that in this world is pushed away to make room for control. Of course, we're humans. We like to control our world. We like to create. And when we create something and put it into the world, we want to safeguard that idea because we think it belongs to us. And like a mother to a child or like a father to a child, there's a certain time of nurturing, guiding a child into the world, but a realization that that child doesn't belong to you, that creation doesn't belong to you, and you have to let go for it to be its own creation, to continue the path of life, to continue the mystery. So once we let go of control and learn to live a little bit more by chance, to risk talking to somebody you'd never expect to have anything in common with, to risk saying something without real reason, to risk helping somebody, to risk asking for help, to risk putting yourself in a chance situation. And funny, most of us have made the best friends and connections by chance. You'll be in the world looking for people to work with, and you'll find them in the most unexpected places when you're least expecting it. And if you was closed, if you was non-observant at that time, if you wasn't looking out, then you wouldn't have met that person that's become a friend for life. So chance is the chance. Control is to close off things. Sometimes I see it so often in my own life. I live a lot by chance. I try not to make plans. I try to leave things up to the nature. I try to make times by the sun up or sundown, noon and midnight, the weather. I try to make these factors my times and not some kind of contractual agreement based on commercial time that fits no natural rhythm. So I tend to try hard in my life not to make plans. You wouldn't believe how difficult that is, but I think you would. Of course you would, because you do it yourself, probably. And I find it feels like we're lost at sea without control. If you haven't got a plan, it feels like you're lost at sea. You've got no directions. But on a ship, there's lots of ways of navigating. You can use the stars if you can see the stars. You can use the sun if it's in the day. You can also use dead reckoning by calculating where you come from, how fast you're going. And just like in life, how do we find out where we are? It's so easy to open a book and look at somebody else's map of the world and trust in that map. And maybe not even understanding how to read the map, having the map maybe upside down, not knowing how to read the compass. And so is somebody else's worldview even useful to you if you can't read their words, you know? And so as much as we want control, we do fail in the areas of listening and interpretation. I find so often that people get angry with me because I won't make out a time, or I won't make plans or dates until, until it feels right. Sometimes I just can't make a decision because any decision I make would be just breaking the mystery. And our friendship was built on mystery, built on chance. And then suddenly there's an expectation of control. There has to be a level of trust between you and your outside world, not between you and me, between you and your outside world. I notice through modern means of communication over internet and SMS and text, we can write text to each other, share ideas and things. But so often we want to plan things and plan dates and make things happen, rather than maybe just to plan to go into the mystery, to leave a day open and say, well, I don't know what's going to happen on this day. I'm here. You'll find me. But somehow we're disappointed if our expectations are not met. Mystery around the corner. Somebody coming. Strange noises. Mystery. So we should preserve that level of mystery and not to push it out with control. Not to try and plan everything. To try and find a way of navigating on the fly, right now. Judgment, it's about the mood you're in. The old English word doom means judgment. When you meet your doom, it's like meeting your judgment. A judgment is made. And that judgment, I feel, is mostly made with our doom. And if we have an idea in our head about something, we see something or observe something in the world that makes us feel betrayed or angry or let down or like we're not in control, then we should not immediately take that as a bad thing. We should not make that poison us, make us feel like our expectations have not been met, like we're not being showed the love we deserve or the friendship that we gave and deserve back. The mystery will just bring everything back together. But at the same time, if you deny the mystery and try and control by closing out, saying, okay, I can't take your chaos, I can't take your madness, I can't take your chance decisions, lack of planning, I can't take your wishy-washy way of thinking, and you end up blocking out the mystery that actually brought you together with people like me. So bear that in mind, how you keep fooling yourself, maybe. One moment, like letting yourself go to the world and just letting it in with open arms and being like unconditionally loving others, to suddenly then finding what you need and what you want and what you love and feeling that back, but then building expectations on that. Starting to want to control it again. Starting to want to control yourself in order to make yourself perfect for that situation. Change yourself for me. Change, that you shouldn't change for others unless that's what you want to do. And I think we should all change all the time. I think you should make yourself anew every time you wake up, but it has to be your decision. You can try on different personalities, and if one doesn't work, take it off, But they have to all be genuine to you. And those personalities have to stand up to mystery. One of the biggest problems that we're going to have in society, in the world, in life, as a human race, is the desire to control rather than to trust others. To control people who we feel are not competent. Because we feel that we're more competent to control them than them to control themselves. And though this may, in some cases, be a small fact, it's up to us to guide those people into their own self-control and not just enslave others, and police others into meeting some kind of standard. Because that standard can only be a norm. That standard can only be a one-size-fits-all law for everybody, and that's change, that's normality, that's everybody doing the same thing. Some people want that in the world. Some people want everybody to be the same. I want everybody to be different. Neither of us will reach the end goal, because there'll always be people that are trying to be exactly the same, and there's always people that'll be different. But right now, though, those people who want to be the same like to make groups, like prestige, like popularity, reputation. That's what keeps a group together. That's what keeps the nice feeling of being not alone. Because let's face it, we're all scared of being alone. And that's why we build expectations on each other. Because we feel so alone, and we want to change and control the world so we're not alone. So we can feel love, so we can feel life. But the control itself was what killed mystery, killed spontaneity, killed romance, and stifles love. So if all else fails, just think of the beauty of the mystery of life, that nobody knows where we come from, nobody knows where we're going, but we know for sure, we can hear the harmony of a symphony, we can see the perfection of the glory of a rainbow, and without understanding how that rainbow works, mathematically knowing that it's just a reflection of light, but such perfection of nature, that to us, we don't need to look behind it. We have proof that it's there. We have proof that we see that perfection. We have proof that we have perfect recognition of harmony, because we can hear a symphony and it makes us feel happy or sad or cry. And that's our human nature, is to know deep, deep, deep down how to get close to perfection, how to navigate through this sea of knowledge, this sea of awareness, this life, this madness. And the mystery, it's beautiful. It doesn't mean anyone any harm. So yeah, enjoy the mystery. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you later. Cheerio.